views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new episode of Talk the Real Deal with AT2. And yes, I'm your boy AT2. How everybody doing? How everybody feeling? How everybody living? I want to start off by saying, first of all, I think it's important that we do like mental health check-ins at least like once a week. I had stopped talking about mental health on my channel, and the reason why was because people would weaponize it against me, and they would say things like, "Oh, you know, he always does this," and then he want to blame it on his mental health and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm not gonna let you guys use that as like some kind of weapon against me. So I stopped talking about it, and I was all like, you know what? If anybody asks me about it, I'll tell you. But for me, I was all like, I'm gonna stop talking about it because people weaponize it. But let me say what's up to the people. What's up, Southern Belle? What's up, BB? What's up, Wendy Lucas? Shout out to my moderators and my members, by the way. What's up, Nikki? Thank you for coming. Thank you. I know I started the show a little early, so people are going to start coming in a minute. It's going to take a while. Definitely, I want to start out by saying rest in peace to Aaron Carter. As you guys know, he passed away over the weekend. Very, 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 very sad, because you could really tell that he was going through some stuff. What's up, Patricia? He was really going through some stuff, and looking, because there's a channel that records his lives and then play it for us, right? They'll record the lives and then they'll play. It's a channel. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So since his death, I have been watching his lives and watching some interviews with him, and the way that people would talk to him and say things, it was cold-hearted, it was evil. Just from people saying, oh, you're on drugs, you're this, you're that. By telling someone that they're on drugs does not help them at all. By keep badgering them and keep making fun of them, it's not going to help that person at all get over whatever substance or things that are going on. As you guys know, the live-in housekeeper was the one that found him in the tub. She had heard, you know, the dog kind of going crazy in the bathroom and was wondering what was going on. She walked in his bedroom Saturday, and then that's when she said that she had seen him and he was in the tub and he was dead. They stated that he probably had been dead for a long time because his body was decomposing already. His body didn't already start decomposing, but it had a smell, and then the water was an unnatural color. So they said he probably had been dead for a while, you know, as far as hours, not like days, but hours, considering the smell and everything like that. It's a horrible way to go out. And, you know, and I was talking about the water thing. And what it was is that, and somebody had related to me that, you know, we're birthed in water, and then when we die, you know, we're in water. It was something to that effect. And speaking of like the drugs and stuff like that, doctors have said there's no correlation to like the warm water that activates the drugs or not, but there has to be something that's going on, because Whitney, Bobby, Christina, now we have Aaron Carter. But I don't know if you guys know, did you guys know that Aaron Carter had a sister who actually died of an OD? Let me bring her up right here. Her name is Leslie Carter. And Leslie Carter, she actually passed away in 2012 due to an overdose. Her stepmother had actually found her. She was in the shower, and then all of a sudden, she fell. She passed out, and she came, met her demise due to an overdose. And this was in 2012. So, um, I'm not going to say the family has a history, but there's something with that because, as well, also, the mom, she has talked about, her not drug, I'm sorry, alcoholism. She was an alcoholic. There was even an interview about 3 years ago on the same show. Aaron was trying to figure out why he was sick. They thought that he had HIV because he was getting sick and he couldn't gain any weight. But that wasn't the issue that he had though. But that was the same show where he talked about his mom having a drinking issue. So it's a lot with that, y'all. And I think like when your parents have a history of substance abuse or whatnot, they always say you're more than likely to have it as well. I saw reports that the sister. Oh wow. I heard something about Nick Carter, but then I heard like Aaron actually said like I was watching this interview where he said it wasn't true that he took advantage of certain girls or whatever. He dispelled the rumor or whatever. And he apologized to his brother, but I didn't hear that, Wu Chow. Wow. Oh man. And I hate to say it, but when that family structure is not strong, that's when usually shit goes down and shit happens. I think that's honestly what happened. Because now we're kind of thinking like, where's his parents? Like, I haven't seen anything where his parents had came out and said anything like, hey, um, my son, blah blah blah. We've heard from Nick. We heard from his twin sister. He actually has a twin sister. I forgot her name, but he has a twin sister as well. She came out and spoke, and then other celebrities and stuff like that have spoken out, but not really his parents have said anything. Granted, they're probably going through a hard time right now, and definitely we want to send our prayers and condolences to them. Um, but just knowing that this man had a wellness check the day before, had a wellness check before he met his demise, he had a wellness check. Oh, his dad. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Black Bear. I appreciate you saying that. Okay, that's what. Okay, his dad is deceased. Okay. Um, there was a wellness check the day before. Now they don't know who called the wellness check, but there was a wellness check on him. The housekeeper knocked on the door, told him that the police was there, and then he said he refused to talk to them and told them to get out. So they didn't the police didn't even talk to him, and a lot of people are saying like, well, if they would have went in and seen him, they would have been able to change the outcome. But honestly, you can't hold them on that because technically when the police knock on your door, if they don't have a warrant, you don't have to let them in. If he refused to talk to them, then that's it. Like, as long as you seem coherent and you're able to talk, they can't force you to talk to them, y'all. You can't put that on them. What's up, Casey? Oh, for the Soul Train Awards. Oh, that sounds like fun. Oh man. But yeah, the police can't force you to talk to them or anything like that. So they wouldn't have been able to really change this outcome. I don't think. Yeah, honestly, to tell you the truth, they wouldn't have been able to change the outcome. This is something that was going to happen either way. And I hate to say it's going to happen either way, but it's no fault to anyone else's. Um, and I'm not saying that, and I want to be clear too. I had to put it in the description of the video. I'm not saying that he was trying to unalive himself. I don't think he was trying to do that. I think this was accident for the most part. Um, I think also the online bullying, and I know it's cliche, and we talk about online bullying a lot of times, like, oh my God, online bullying. and this and that, but it's real. People telling you they want to see you, DIE. They telling you to go off yourself. They telling you that you on drugs and you need help in this. And that ain't gonna help nobody get sober. That ain't gonna help nobody get clean. You telling them that they this and that. Um, if you go underwater, you can. What they say is illegally you only not legally. Why am I saying legally? Technically you only need like 2 feet of water to drown. It is possible to do it. Yeah, and technically it wasn't drowning. It was OD. Well, let me say this: they haven't came back with the report yet on what happened. It's still left up, but they know there were substances um, in him. They do know that. They also said they found the air, like can of air that you use to like clean your keyboard with. They found that. Um, I didn't know. Like I heard people do get high off of that stuff. I guess they call them dusters. People do get high off of that stuff, but I never realized that you could actually really die from that shit. I'm just gonna say the word. I was trying to be careful with YouTube and stuff like that, but I didn't know that you could really like die from the dusters and stuff like that. I literally thought, okay, can of air is just air, but I guess honestly, to tell you the truth, I don't even know how you do it. I don't even know if you sniff it, inhale it. I don't even know how you do it, but that's what people are doing with the can of air. They call it dusters. But scientifically, it is impossible to drown yourself without an external factor. In this case, like right. Huffing duster destroyed his life. It caused brain damage so fast. Yeah, and I heard it does do that. It does destroy your brain. And you got to think too, whatever the chemical is, that the air is. That's You're not supposed to inhale that. I remember when I was in high school, the big thing was like Sharpies and people sniffing Sharpies and stuff like that. So people are getting high off of literally anything that gives them kind of like that rush or that satisfaction. They're doing it. That's the scary part. I also shout out to Sunlight's Intuition because she did a reading, and usually it depends on who it is if I believe it or not. But she said, there was like it seemed like Aaron knew that this was going to happen, like he was going to meet his demise one day. And it got me kind of thinking, like I was like, man. Now I haven't found an interview with him saying it, but it does make me think like maybe he knew like this was happening, and like she also said that it seemed like he was trying to get away from something. As we know, Melanie, his baby mama, they were back together, but she was the one that initially called the police and got his son taken away. um he had custody of his son, but she said, he was doing this and that, and then got his son taken away. And so what he was doing was trying to actually work on getting his son back, trying to get sober, um, and those kind of things, parent courses, all that to try to get his son back. And it's just sad that that's not going to happen. Hmm. Bus fumes, yes. They used to do that back in the day. Okay. Bobby Christina, yeah. Yeah. But it's sad because um I don't know personally, everything that happened with that situation. I only heard a little bit about him and how he lost his child and how he was trying to get his child back. But that can also put you through a depression, having your children taken away from you. You can feel helpless, like what do I do? And especially, you living your life, but yeah, you don't have custody of your child. You can't even go see your child when you want to, and you can't take your child home. Like I'm pretty sure he had like visitation, but you can't bring your child home. I know people who have taken had their children taken away from them, and they couldn't visit their children. Um, they could visit them every other weekend, and it was like a meeting in a park. Can you imagine you not having custody of your own children, and you got to meet up at a point, like halfway in the middle, or somewhere at a park, or like at a McDonald's or something like that? That can destroy you. Like there was like honestly, I think there could be like a documentary on Aaron Carter. Hell, maybe I'll do a documentary on him, but it's really deep. Like it's really some shit. And once a child is in the system, it is so hard to get them back. Yeah, I was a visitation supervisor for 6 years. Right, Peace and Cues. Like once your child gets taken away from you, it can be forever before you get them back. If you don't meet everything in a timeline, if everything is not met in a timeline, you don't get them back. Like you have to go through the process all over. Like you got to start from square one. When you mess up, you got to start from square one and start all over again. It's not like, oh, you missed this date, so you just go to the next one. No, you basically start the process all over again. And those classes and everything that you take, it has an expiration date. It's really crazy. I heard he was on TikTok the night before and was online huffing. It's heartbreaking, so young. But yeah, I did hear that they that he was huffing online. Now I haven't seen any videos of him doing it. What I actually heard was that you could hear him doing it in the video, but he didn't show it on camera. I lost my sister. Wow, I am so sorry about that, BB. From doctor shopping. Oh man. And that's another thing too. Like besides what's already prescribed to me, I try not to take a whole bunch of pills and stuff like that, because you once you build up that I don't want to say, I'm saying the wrong word, immunity to it, but you have to take more and more, and then you got to get stronger stuff to uh, try to find something that can numb the pain, basically. They overload parents and then punish them when they get overwhelmed and fall short. Right. Yes. And everybody can put some hearts in the chat for BB. Right. And I remember that song. Yeah, that's how I beat Shaq. Yeah. What's up, Kennedy? Thank you for coming. Tolerance. Thank you, G Sora. That's the word I was looking for. Tolerance. You once you take something, you'll build up a tolerance for it, and then you have to keep getting something stronger or taking more. And I think that's a lot of times, like when it comes to the whole overdose, they probably are like, oh, I need me a Xanny, I need this, I need that, and so they're mixing it, and it's all like, yo, this shit, you're not supposed to mix that. It's supposed to be one or the other. You're not supposed to be mixing these things. And when you're somebody of a certain stature, you can easily get some of this stuff. You don't have to have a prescription to get it. You could easily get some of this stuff. Like, hey, let me go ahead and get some of these and that, and then somebody give them to you this easily. They're showing love to you, BB. Yeah, definitely. We're sorry about that. And that's the sad part. I couldn't go to his channel and watch him. It terrified me seeing him look more ill every day. The drug use made him so paranoid. He thought everyone, yeah, he talked about his guns and stuff like that. He was like, yeah, I got to have my guns with me. Like, he was really scared. He had, security around, not physical, but, cameras and stuff like that. He kind of lived a life of paranoia. I couldn't imagine living that way. Like someone is always trying to get me. Uh, 42 years old. Wow. I think also something else that's interesting is that it makes me think of when we don't talk to like our family and stuff like that when they're going through something. Um, and I'm guilty of it. I'm gonna put that out there. I'm guilty of it. You kind of be all like, oh, that family member is a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I ain't gonna mess with them. I ain't gonna deal with them. Because I think if he had that real strong bond and that love around him, I think the outcome would have been different. I think other people were probably going through their own shit and didn't have time to really check in on him. And that's why I think it's so important, like I was saying, like, these mental health checkups on people and just making sure people are all right because you just never know. Yeah, it's sad all around, but definitely I just wanted to check in, let you guys know I'm doing all right. Like I said, we'll do these like once a week and just check in on each other, make sure everything good. Make sure you hit the like button, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Also shout out to everybody on Facebook and on Twitter as well too. All right, y'all, we out of here. Deuces.